Oh. So this is the target. Okay, the white color. I say go to target. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, 来了.
Okay. It actually turns off.
Of course.
I thought just go forward and backward.
咪走啊
Once it detected your presence, I
Ah.
say stop for pedestrian.
Oh, stop for pedestrian. So if you see a Tesla moving by itself, just walk near like a busybody Karen, and then it will stop. Nah. Okay. Now I summon my Toyota Crown. Oh yo, see? Nobody see the steering turning on. Whoa. Okay, I press stop now. Stop away! Sorry, this one voice activation. Okay, go back. See? Nobody driving. No. Alright guys, I have the new Tesla Model Y here. But this feature is not new, right? The front seat moving for the rear seat is new, right? Oh, it's power recline now.
Power recline.
Okay, so yep, you press the button, HP. See the front seat's moving slightly for the rear seat to go down and then comes back. Same goes with the passenger side. So it's now powered recline. Right. These are all the little clever stuffs that you see from Tesla. A lot of people say that, oh, Tesla cut costs, put everything empty. But it's a clever way of doing things, You see it that way. Last time they take out the gear stalk levers. Now they put it back because a lot of owners are complaining. And then the car will detect, let's say I'm now parked here behind, it's blocked. So when you start the car, you press the brakes, right? It will go into drive because it knows you can't be reversing, right? So a lot of clever stuff. I see a lot of clever stuff. The way they minimize everything, but then you look at your usable space, look at how deep my hand is. Crazy, right? And things that they don't need to waste money on, they just don't. And of course, these cars are now made in Shanghai. I mean, the ones that comes here. Fit and finish is excellent. But the feeling of coming home where your home was robbed, all you're left with is a sofa and a TV, the feeling is still there, right? It's really kosong. Then adjusting everything, it's the same. Steering wheel, what do you do? 我铺哪一个 screen 下来要 adjust 这个的话 I press this and then everything is here.
Yes, everything.
So if I want to adjust the steering, it's here. See? And then in and out, it's all here. Right? Mirrors, same thing, you're using this. I see some Chinese cars copying this method already. They're all using this so that you save on all the unnecessary stuff because these are not things you adjust very often. And every time you adjust, it asks you to save the profile. And once you save the profile, it remembers. So these are all smarter ways of doing things, I would say. Yep. And inside is, again, Tesla being Tesla, bare minimum, but you don't feel that they are doing it because they want to skim on you. They're doing it this way because they're smart. See, at least you get diffuse lighting, right, on your windscreen, your visor, right? Both sides are lighted, right? Nowadays, right, only Japanese will do things like, oh, driver, I don't put mirror. Oh, passenger, I put mirror. I mean, how much can the mirror cost, right? Only Japanese will do that. Anyway, there's a lot of cameras all over the car. Steering wheel is small, nice to hold, nice to drive. Anyone who's driven a Tesla would know they're all nice to drive, they're all comfortable, and they're all very well built as well because, repeat after me, cars built in China are extremely well built. No vents, that's why my phone is warm and hot. Air vents come out from here. So you see some car makers, they place the air vents near the wireless charging so that they don't need a separate ventilator, but this one still doesn't come with ventilation. It's warm to the touch, okay, but away from the sun. Some cars, they put it here and it reflects sunlight. This one won't, right? At least the aircon is cooling down the screen. Yeah, it's like bare nothing, but whatever you need is there. Speaker inside, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's like a giant sound bar.
15
in front.
speaker.
15 speaker. Yeah.
And one subwoofer.
Oh. You have everything you need actually. It's about deduction. I mean, when you deduce everything that is needed, then you can see it's there. And what's not needed, save to the cost so that the car is cheaper for you to buy at the end of the day. And all the plastics they use, these are top grade plastics. Very high quality plastics. And yeah, the seats. Okay, the white color seats, you need to add 5,000 to get white color seats. If not, it's black, but they're nice. And it's ventilated as well now. Okay, you see even the seat belts, buckles, they have this so that it doesn't rub and make unnecessary noise. Okay, these are adjustable. Right, necessary stuff is there. Hey, even 5 Series don't have this. Right. Frameless doors, double glaze, and like all glass. They're made by Fuyao. If I'm not wrong, like 70% of the glass in the world's cars are made by Fuyao. Yeah. Right. And then look at the side mirror mounted on the base of the A-pillar, but they place it further so that it doesn't generate high turbulence over here, making noise. Cars that you see the side mirror is nearer, definitely wind noise here is louder, provided they mount it on the door. But these are all aero features as well. And then of course, all Teslas, full of cameras. They have the
8 cameras.
people walk near the car, and then sentry mode, right? It will start recording, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the new styling. And of course, this follows the Cybertruck styling, which I welcome. Right? Split headlights. So the main headlights are here. Daytime runnings are there, and that's what form. Sorry. That's what forms the identity of the car. But your main beams are down here. All right. It's not easy to make main beams that are this tiny, this slim, and then to still be able to illuminate the road. And here you have some, air curtains to reduce the air pressure down here. Being aero. And this is smart as well. That's the natural angle, right? Compared to, my car, you have to push here to come out here. This is more natural. Frameless as well. The doors, they only open up to about, I would say 80 degree, 70 plus 80 degree. But because the car is not small, the opening is not small, so ingress and egress is not difficult at all. And look at the room. Okay, leg room wise, you don't feel like you have like a huge distance between here and here, but it's spacious. It is spacious. I'm 5'11", 180 or 179, depending on the weather. That's the air vents. You get a rear screen now to control the stuffs. As a rear passenger, 2 USB-C ports. Front, you get 1. Panel roof, no blinds. Pre-tinted. 你觉得这个有 electrochromatic 吗？没有哦。
没有。
No, okay, okay, but it's tinted 啦。
Yes,
它是 tinted
it's not tinted 啦，but 它是讲有一个 coating 啊 layer of
Okay,
coating
okay.
that repels 7 times solar energy 啦。
Okay, okay, all right. Yeah, I'm a big fan of panoramic roofs. Anyway, all right. So these are all. Yeah, it's not. See things like these. Look at that. How tidy is that? And it's recessed down. Right. There are so many car makers who don't care about this. You have your buckles all outside here, and then stuff into your butt and all that. Right. The most painful is when you hit the bone, right, in between your butt. Right. Cup holders. if they put like that, that means you can still put your hands when you have your drinks there. Some cars, they put it like that, so that when you have drinks, you can no longer rest your arms. This is all right, and I love the curvature here. Very comfortable. Okay. Sorry?
Headrest.
Middle seat headrest. Oh, can push up. Ooh, yo. Oh, so the middle seat gets the largest headrest. This is one comfortable middle seat. All right. Yeah. See, it's recessed. It's so nice. Yeah, I know HP is a big fan of Tesla. Yeah. I'm just a fan of Elon Musk. What else do we get? Oh, see the way they hide little things, right? Tesla is exactly what Apple would be if they make cars, actually, if you think about it. Right, the way their cars are designed in the smart way, functional, all this inside are thickly carpeted. These are leather wrap, the door panels, put large bottles, everything here. It's simple, it's empty, but amongst this emptiness, right, what you feel is smart, clever execution of everything. Yeah. They are clever, hence they look like that. You know, that's the difference between Tesla and others. Right. Yeah. Okay. Nice, it's all soft. Yeah. Clever. Oh, this color you need to add 11,000. Okay, and these are 20-inch wheels, which you need to add 10,000. Yeah, 10,000, 11,000, 5,000. So this is like maxed out. Okay, the rear, I like this design. Very, very nice. See, the light bars goes like that, and then this is recessed in, right? And this material reflects light. Look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful, the way it looks. Yeah, and he said at night, right, it will actually emanate light onto the ground when it's dark enough. Yeah, very nice. So the dual motor, what, is 240 over 1,000. And if you add this 250 plus, you add that 260, you add this 270. So this car is like 270. Yeah. See, all these little things, right, shows you how smart Tesla is. They hide the charger port inside here. Okay. Yep. Look at that. It looks identical, but it's only one side now, huh? And then that's the boot. Huge opening. In terms of optimization of space, and then while still retaining an absolute strength on the body, I think Tesla is one of the guys that does it really, really well. And look at how thick this is and how deep this is. This is huge, really. Yeah. So those who want to move dead bodies, you don't need to buy a separate suitcase, huh? You can hide them inside here. Right. But of course, no extensive mechanisms, just simple logic. Right, you lift this up, it slots in, and you no longer need to spend money on a hinge. Right, Germans will spend money on a little strut over there, and then you need to replace the strut. But you can just design your things to work in a simple, logical way. Of course, yeah. See, smart. And this one will absorb a lot of sound just by shaping it simply, and then you can achieve the results of what some other car makers will spend unnecessary money on. That's what you will see about Teslas. Smart. Here, other markets supposed to have a parcel shelf, right? But because all the smash and grab people have found jobs recently, reduced significantly in Malaysia, and of course they use privacy glass at the back. You literally can't see in. Okay, So even here as well, this part and this part all privacy glass. So you really can't see inside, even though you know you can access it. Yeah, smart, very smart, very smart. Yeah, and I like the design. I think the Model Y, this facelift looks really good. Apart from that, the previous one with that little weird eyes on the headlights. Yeah, not expensive, 240 plus. But of course, compared to those really extravagantly garnished interiors of Chinese makes, this feels empty. Yep. So that's what. Look at the footwell, the way they design it. Right.
Forget to show you one thing.
Yeah. What's that?
Normally you control your aircon here,
Yep.
because it is using software to control the ventilation. Now we have this new mode, this swing mode.
The oscillation.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. You already have the hardware.
Yes.
You just need another layer of software, and then it will do it.
So, like for example, features like this, you just have over-the-air updates.
Mm.
Yeah. So all the models may have these features.
Yeah. I mean, it's only logical, lah. Right? Porsche was the first one in the Panamera to have a screen, and then you use the screen to adjust the airflow, and then the thing will follow. Then that time, a lot of customers complained. So when I went for the international drive for Porsche, for the Cayenne, which came out later,
Okay.
they removed that screen control aircon vent.
Oh.
So I asked the engineer,
Why?
is it because of complaints? He was like, yeah, a lot of complaints. So I look at him, I'm like, did you know that if you add one line of code and it will become a selling point? He was like, what? I said, auto oscillate. His eyes were so big, and then he looked at me, he's like, we never thought of that. That was hilarious. They never thought of, auto oscillate and then become a selling point instead of a thing that people complain. Yeah. Yep. That's Tesla for you. Right. Obviously now we're getting used to all these modern cars, you can change the colors. Can, right? I'm sure you can, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it falls under different menu.
Yeah. No, that one is.
We can come here as well, right? This almost standardized already. I think lights, right? Lights, yeah. Right.
Yep.
Yeah, lor. Pretty quick.
Or we have a rainbow mode.
Oh,
It will
keep
change
changing,
colour.
keep changing color.
Yes. That's under here lah. So if you are on.
Or themes.
Yeah. So if you are on, what is that called? If you are on, Rainbow Road, and you're on autopilot,
Yep.
then it will change the screen to Rainbow Road, and the accent lights will also change to rainbow color.
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tesla knows when to have fun. Yeah, and definitely come from Elon Musk. Yep.
And also user feedback lah. I just share safety. Like for example, there is this thing called Joe mode. Nobody will understand what is a Joe mode. Actually, Joe is one of our Tesla driver. So he actually made a complaint, through X, and tagged Elon Musk and said, hey, your notification chimes very noisy, wakes my kids up. Can you make something that only notify the driver, not the whole car?
Yep.
So then Elon Musk replied, say, okay. Then the engineering team very stressed and come up with this mode, and over the air updates. We get this, so named after him. When Joe mode reduce the volume of your car chimes, and then the quieter chime continue to alert the driver. This minimize distraction to passenger. And
Joe's kids.
Joe's kids. So yeah.
That's Elon being Elon. But it doesn't have speakers in the headrest, right?
No.
China cars, they
Yes,
they have speakers here, so the notifications only come through the speaker. Navigation also only comes through the speaker. That's very smart. So it doesn't disrupt the music. You see, that's what HP is doing. Yeah, you get all these little stuffs that just amazes the owners, right? It just makes you feel that's why they sell well. You know, that's why Tesla able to sell well. I mean, Elon Musk, his character of, you know, not falling in line with what the norm thinks just makes him such a cool person, and his cars cool products. There's that overall feel that, you know, it's just cool that they are able to come up with things like this. But of course, if you ask me, is this my personal taste of wanting an interior to be like that? For me, definitely no. Right? I myself, even though I appreciate how, you know, the fit and finish now, the different mix of use of material. Look at this, one material. You know, all this, I appreciate the fit and finish. I appreciate all that. But in terms of how an interior should be designed, even though this one maximizes the use of space and all that. I'll give you an example. This type is cheaper, right? But I prefer the type that opens up like that, right? And I prefer armrests that you can stretch and all that, angle it, fix it there. Basically, what the Brits are good at, sophistication, right? Now, if this is the deduction of remaining everything in a smart way, right? Then can I assume that interiors will forever be like that, right? They shouldn't change forever. But that's not how people like me, who has been in the industry for many, many years, like to see, because we want to see progress. We want to see this is progress, definitely, but we also want to see how the car designers can be more imaginative, right? I mean, throughout the years of Tesla competing with other Chinese brands, you know, they've added stuff like this. Like this part is not needed, right? It is not needed in the production of a car. They could have just molded this entire piece to include this one, but they need this now to add some sophistication, right? Maybe some markets will have a different color option, different material. Right? At the end of the day, right, in order to attract customers, these are the small things that you need to do anyway, right? These are the small things that you need to do. Like, for example, this part, this little metal strip. Is it needed? It's not needed. But why they add it? Again, trying to garnish it up a little bit to attract consumers. So at the end of the day, right, what Tesla has done surprises many, caught many by surprise. But at the end of the day, they still need to compete in the ever competitive car market, right? And although the ideology is to keep things simple, keep costs low but quality high, right, by reducing unnecessary stuff, I believe at the end of the day, they will still come back to the norms of the industry, whereby at the end of the day, competition still makes you want to try and appeal to your customers, right? And Tesla always have this policy of, oh, we don't pay for advertising, you know, we shouldn't pay for advertising or marketing, you know, but they do road shows now, right? They are still pressured by that guy over there, and that is the exact antithesis of Tesla, because that car, you can feel they try their very, very best to give you as much sophistication as possible in a car while still maintaining the interior build qualities. There is a difference. You see, look at a home, right? A home that is empty. You have exactly what you need. It's different from a home that does its best to make you feel as comfortable as possible, right? A lot of people will feel comfortable with a sofa that is just like flat, a home that is clean, minimalistic and all that. But to feel the coziness, the sensation, the charm, all that comes into play. If not, nobody needs interior designers anymore, right? So, yeah, is it a good car? Damn, it's a good car. It is a good car. Teslas make good cars. Yeah, is it well built? Very well built. Quality is high. See, people need to separate between quality of fit and finish and materials and the materials, right? A high quality product like this doesn't mean the material must be all exceptional, all crazy, you know, polished stainless steel and all that. Those kind of sophistication from the British adds to the appeal, even though they're not needed. Yeah, so it's a totally different ideology lah, right? Everything is nice. You can do a lot of things over here. Can I pull the airflow? How do I do it? Oh, there we go. See? Okay. Not the most convenient way, but it allows oscillation, right? What else can I do here? Bluetooth devices, add devices. Oh yeah, you can watch videos at the back here. Yeah, every Tesla comes with two types of connectivity. The standard one, which is free, and then there is a more premium one, which allows you to watch Netflix in the car. Of course, not through the front screen, but I don't agree with car makers doing things like this. You know, who would want to crash a car just because they want to watch a movie? But of course, regulations matter. So this screen can do movies for the rear passengers, and every year it costs you 38 ringgit for the premium connectivity, you know, Spotify, Netflix and all that. So you don't have to hook up your phone and your car will still have media, internet connectivity, okay? And of course, Tesla also pioneered a lot of stuffs. The key card, you can put it in your wallet, or you just have your Tesla app, you hook it up. So by having your phone, you walk near your car already identifies you, and you can drive the car off, unlock and all that. All right, so that's what Tesla has done, and changes the whole car industry. I would say over the past 10 years, Tesla single-handedly changed the car industry, and there's no doubt about it. They deserve the accolade. Right? They are the ones who, when they go to China, improve the whole supplier network of China, allowing Chinese brands to fly and now compete with them, and even for BYD to beat them in annual sales. Yeah, it's all Tesla's doing, I would say. And yeah, so what do you make of it? The new Tesla Model Y. And if they say it's an SUV, I don't agree lah. I mean, how SUV is this? What kind of ride height is this? At best it's a crossover or a more bulgy sedan. If you park this next to some Beza and all that, right, those cars have greater ground clearance than this. Those cars are actually higher. And of course, that's the nemesis. The Seal against the Model 3 and the Sea Lion against the Model Y. And those cars are mighty impressive. Yeah. Alright, so what else is there to cover? Hi. Yeah. In terms of inside the screen, of course, there's a lot more stuffs from Tesla, you know, games and all that. Yeah. Alright, and of course, you get a frunk. Tesla pioneered a lot of stuff, not just the stuff I mentioned, even how cars are built. You know, last time cars are made with more parts, welding and welding and welding, and welding is never as strong as a single piece. So Tesla actually created the world's largest mold to stamp the world's largest single piece for car making. So by being able to stamp that part instead of welding it, going through the production line, they reduce a lot more steps, reduce the cost while making the car stronger, cutting costs. So this is what Elon Musk has been doing to Tesla. Not just saving costs and cutting on quality, but saving costs, but making things smarter in the correct way. And I think that has always been what Americans are known for, right? Throughout the past 50, 80 years, Americans has been the ones changing the world, improving the lives of many. And unfortunately, these type of, I know Elon Musk is South African, but it's the same lah, the Anglo-Saxons. But in the past 10 years, that kind of that spirit, that kind of people with that kind of spirit is getting lesser and lesser. It feels like that. So yeah. All right. I guess that's all I can say about the car. And look at the ducktail spoiler at the back. So gorgeous, the way the lines flow in like that to form this. It's just so clever, instead of having another piece stuck on top and all that nonsense. And yeah, that's the new Tesla Model Y. Yeah, clever. Oh, the key card with you? Oh, the key card is inside, but he has his phone pad and he's outside. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for a more extensive drive. Yep.
Wait, you pass me the key card.
Yeah.
I try to use your key card, so tap here.
It's in drive now though.
Oh, maybe you can put P first. You tap the P.
Tap the P. Okay.
Wait,
Alright. Okay.
Then you put the key card on the phone charger.
Here.
Then yeah, you can drive.
Ah.
Because I'm not in the car, I scared later you suddenly.
So now I just press the brakes and it knows I want to go into drive. Yep. And I'll just drive. This is single pedal mode, so right. So the camera system of Teslas are the most advanced. They use recognition, basically cameras to see the outside and software to determine what the car is seeing and judge what to do. So far it's working well for them. And most other cars use LiDAR, and of course, according to Tesla, LiDARs are just really more expensive. But what I'm seeing here is crazy. It understands the context, most of the things. Does it drive well? Yes, of course. Suspension. Okay, wow. Okay, in terms of filtering the road and how good the suspension feels, I think the Amas is better. The Amas 7 now within EVs is in my gold standard. I call that my gold standard of suspension pliancy. Okay, fires up the camera on that side. The car comes with Michelin tires, so they're grippy. Steering wheel is tiny for the size of the cabin actually. Usually for the size of the cabin, you would expect maybe 1 inch bigger. This is tiny. But tiny has their benefits. It eases ingress and egress. It makes it feel more maneuverable. And in terms of ergonomics, it's spot on. The car's ergonomics. Visibility is great. Side mirror is nice. Wind noise is very, very minimal. Soundproofing is good. NVH is good. Suspension is totally acceptable for those who are used to European cars, right? But definitely not the most softest, most pliant, most comfy suspension I've sat in. This Honda City is not attentive enough. Yeah. It's so kosong. It's so empty inside here. It's like you know, sometimes you want to touch something, there's none. Touch yourself if you're in a jam in a Tesla. Dual motor, of course, is mighty quick. But these days, we're so used to this kind of acceleration, right? We're so used to it already. These are what you will call Audi RS6, BMW M5 kind of acceleration. Yeah. I wonder why they made the suspension so sporty. Not uncomfortable, but definitely on the bias of being a sportier setup suspension. It's not the absolute pliant type. Sea Lion is more pliant. Seal is more pliant. Irma 7 is gold standard to my eyes, to what I've driven. But amongst all, I think I prefer Tesla's design. See, the Model 3 is good looking. This one as well, good looking. It's a no-brainer. If you're, should I buy this? It's a no-brainer. It's well built, it's spacious, it's comfy. You get a frunk, you get a very stable, proper software. You know, everything is just fast. It's quite amazing, right? How a newcomer to the car industry, no longer the newest newcomer, but a trailblazer like Tesla, Elon Musk, can do things that the legacy automakers couldn't or wouldn't. Or the way they do things should change, right? The way they, from R&D to prototype a car should change. Look at how sharp this car can turn without pushing out. It's crazy. It's crazy. The chassis is so good, so rigid, so easy to drive fast. Crazy. Again, every time I drive these cars, right, they are so good, so well built, so spacious, so comfy. It's not uncomfortable, but I've driven more that are more comfy now. I put it that way. But it just makes all the old establishments, yeah. It gives you a question of why. Why? Right? Okay, I still need to reverse through the screen. Yes, I want to reverse. Thank you. camera is high res enough. It really puts that into question. Yeah. Yeah. Time has changed.
You want to try the 3-point turn thing? You got
What 3-point turn?
auto shift, like the gear change itself based on your driving.
Oh, why? It will detect the surrounding and then it will know. So as you go to the back, right?
Yeah.
It will detect, right? Okay, let's try.
Let's try.
Let's try. Okay. Now it knows I want to drive, so I didn't touch the screen, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I will go towards the end.
You do a U-turn.
It should know I want to do a 3-point turn. Let's try, and we come here. Okay, I tried this. And then here.
Just like you normally would change.
It already goes into reverse without me doing anything. Okay. And then now it knows. See? That is smart. And yeah, that is smart. Truly, truly intelligent. But if you want to run someone down, probably you can't. Right? Like, see this, oh, this one, I want to kill you. You know? But that puts into question also. You know, US got a lot of people robbing people on the street, right? So how do you want get yourself out of trouble if the car is like, oh, you must be, you know, I think you want to do this. I think. Can I forcefully crash into something?
Okay, there is this case study, I think 4 years ago.
Yep.
Not case study, real thing happened.
Yep.
The Model Y actually ran out and fell off a cliff.
Yep.
Normally fell off a cliff, you know, the
Yeah.
car will explode and people will die.
Yep.
But the family of 4 survived.
Yep.
And people are still wondering why the car allowed that person to actually go off the cliff.
Yeah.
Then after 2 years,
Mm.
the guy finally admitted that actually he wanted to kill himself, bring the family to kill himself. So, but he chose the wrong car lah,
Yeah.
because the car is too safe. So the whole family survived. Then the wife go and sue the husband. No?
Wow.
So yeah, I mean
In
you
US
still
ah?
can override. Yeah, in US,
Well,
you still can override, but the car is still very safe lah.
yeah. So guys, that's Americans for you, right? You have people who are extremely intelligent, and then you have people like that. So America is one country that you cannot say, you know, Americans, they are like this. No, right? You have people from Florida, you have people from California, you have people from Texas. Anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for letting me experience the car. And yeah, again, it's another car that you can't fault because they have executed things so well. But for a crossover like this, probably if the suspension is a little bit more pliant would be nicer. But totally acceptable if the buyers are from cars like we're used to, the German kind of ride and handling. It's very similar to that, right? Yeah. Okay. And then you step out, it should shut off by itself, I guess. Yeah. Cheers.